My name is Dana, and I'm the country director for SuperCamp Kenya. SuperCamp is an academic and life skills program for preteens and teens.
I graduated from Bethel University in St. Paul, Minnesota, and my junior year in college I came to Kenya as an exchange student at Daystar University in Athi River. During my time in Kenya at Daystar, they exposed us to all aspects of Kenya. We got to travel, they gave us a host family to stay with. We did a lot of volunteer work with orphanages and street children. And it was during those experiences that I really felt a purpose kind of light up in my life to come back and help those kids. I noticed there was a huge learning gap between those kids because they weren't in school or they weren't in good schools. And so at that time I felt a calling to come back and start a school actually in Kenya. But what we do now is we work with schools and we work with students through SuperCamp. We teach academic and life skills to teens. So some of the challenges that we're facing in Kenya and on the continent of Africa is population growth. There's a huge upcoming population growth in the continent of Africa and especially in youth. There's going to be a huge kind of influx of youth in the next 10 to 20 years. And the problem we're trying to help solve is to equip those youth to be future global leaders on the continent and then in the world.
At SuperCamp we teach the 8 keys of excellence.
Integrity, failure leads to success. Speak with good purpose, this is it, commitment.
Kids like music, kids like to dance. So what happens is after you've done a serious session, after you've done a live, and you can't take it anymore because you can't sit for 4 hours straight. You do a session of dance, all kids.
SuperCamp is so much fun. I have so much fun when I'm facilitating.
There's been a recent study that's shown that 50% of the population in Kenya lives on $100 a month or 10,000 shillings a month or less, and 2% of those people actually earn zero. So to me that just shows that the children here really need some help and some support in bridging that gap in terms of their education and their leadership skills. So that's why I feel that we can make a difference here in Kenya. The biggest gap in education here is a result of free education. Actually, in 2003, education became free for Kenyans, and what they didn't anticipate was the influx of enrollment for students to come and learn for free. So the challenge that came with that is overcrowded classrooms, overwhelmed teachers, stretched resources, which resulted in a learning gap. If a teacher has 60 students in their classroom, they're not going to be able to attend to all of the needs that every child in that classroom has. So then what happens is there's a learning gap for some of the students and they miss out on some of the leadership skills that they need in life to lead themselves and lead others. Another reason that there's a gap is because with the resources that they're given, they have to stretch them very far, and so students miss out on the opportunity for extracurricular activities, sports, other activities that would teach them additional life skills that they're not learning in the classroom.
The most beautiful thing is from the beginning to the end of the program, you can find a difference in it.
SuperCamp is holistic experiential learning for teens. We'd like to ask you to partner with us on this initiative. Our vision is to send 1,000 Kenyan youth through our Success Summit program in November. The way you can do this is by supporting one student for $50 US. To support us, please follow the link below. Your support would be greatly appreciated and it would make a difference in the life of a Kenyan youth and in the future of our global society.
Speak with good purpose. This is it. Commitment, ownership, flexibility.